I'm Army Specialist Joey Paulk Jr. In July 2007, I was driving a Humvee in Afghanistan when it was struck by an IED. The explosion resulted in the loss of my fingers and burns to my face and my body. Shortly after high school, I decided to give the military a try, do law enforcement as a military police, so that hopefully the education, training, and experience that they provided me will be enough to get me into law enforcement back home. The day I got injured, being QRF, Quick Reaction Force, you're basically on standby. And so in the early morning, our squad leader popped in our building and said, QRF, named the team leaders and the teams that were going out on it. About an hour after we left the wire, the enemy had a secondary IED waiting for Quick Reaction Force. I was told it was a triple stack anti-tank mines, and it hit my back left tire, which in result it flipped the truck. Luckily, in doing so, it ejected me and my gunner out of the truck so that we were able to survive. Unfortunately, it trapped my team leader in, and he was killed on site. Fortunately, while I was on fire, I was unconscious, and my battle buddies behind me came out and put me out with an extinguisher. I shortly regained consciousness and started hearing the gunfire. Medevac finally did pick me up, took me to the nearest medical facility, where they then induced me into a medical coma. Then they transported me to Landstuhl in Germany, where they actually called my mom and told her that her and the family are flying out to Germany because they didn't think I was going to make it. They were hoping that they could get there to say goodbye. Fortunately, I stabilized and they flew me to San Antonio, Texas at Brooke Army Medical Center, where I was in a coma for 3.5 weeks. But fortunately, during that 3.5 weeks, they amputated my fingers and did all of my skin grafts. So when I actually woke up, I wasn't in too much pain. A lot of my burns had already healed. My amputations had already started the healing process. After I was injured, I had approximately 50 plus surgeries and 18 months of physical therapy and rehabilitation in Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio. Some of the mental challenges on a day-to-day basis of my life since my injury is my disfigurement facially. I can hide my hands in my pockets. I can hide my burns on my legs and my arms with pants and sweaters, but I can't hide my face. And if I wanted to, I could shelter myself, but then what's that going to do? So it took a little while, a couple surgeries, a reconstructive plastic type to get me back on my feet and be comfortable in my own skin. And fortunately, it helped. The hardest thing for me since was the acceptance of my fingers being gone. I grew up playing baseball, and in doing so now I can't. But I find ways that I can still be a part of the game, run the bases for some of the older guys, as a pinch runner, or just kind of coach some kids and just stay in the game. Some of the challenges in my current home are temperature regulation. I don't have air conditioning, and my body temperature doesn't regulate as normal. Just little things like that, being able to open doors, being able to reach the top shelf, being able to not be sweating out or be freezing in my own home. Just minute little things of that caliber that is really going to be a big difference in my life. The most exciting thing I'm looking forward to a new home built by Homes for Our Troops is the ability to take the mortgage that I'm going to be saving, that I'm paying now, and invest it into a business possibly with my buddy. The business idea is a tap house. San Diego is the #1 city for microcraft breweries. And if you go to the brewery, you're only going to get their beer. Well, we're going to provide all the beers. Homes for Our Troops means to me hope, possibility, and the sense of gratefulness that there's people out there that are taking advantage of opportunities to give back to us, the veterans. Homes for Our Troops and their staff, they're actually putting their words into action, and that means a lot.